Hello and welcome to Greedland. This is a sci-fi survivor-like with a huge amount of different things that you can do in it. Now, if you're someone that likes to do things and likes to work towards completing tasks or achievements or unlocking stuff, then this is probably going to be something for you. There's a lot of different customization available in the game as well. So for example, massive amounts of different weapons. Look at this. Look at how many different weapons you have available here. Obviously, you're going to need to unlock those as time goes on. There's all kinds of different costs associated with those. You can get those by playing the game, basically. That's how you can get those. There's also a bunch of passive upgrades as well. There's a huge amount of these as well. As you can see, I've already got a whole bunch, and you can also upgrade these a number of different levels. And you also have missions. There are overarching missions that you're going to be able to do to, well, rank up. And when you rank up, you gain a certain unlock. So you can see here that I'm going to be gaining the Power Armor Ranger set by reaching Apprentice 3. And you can also pay off the commander with some of these additional credits if you want to skip some ranks, I assume. And there's also a bunch of other things here. As you can see, if you kill 10,000 enemies, you can earn 5,000. Kill 150,000 enemies, then you can get 10,000, and so on and so on and so on. So there's a huge amount to do here. Obviously, there are 3 different biomes as well. We're going to be playing on the jungle, and there are a huge number of various areas in each biome as well. And there's also mutators, well, or challenges as they are called here, and you can also select the time that you're playing. So you can see here, enemies become more powerful. Okay, oh, that's okay. No, you know what? I'll play at dusk. That seems quite fun. Cannot choose upgrade item. Oh, okay. XP reduced by 15%. No, I'm fine just playing it regularly, but we're going to go to this one at dusk. I think that sounds like a pretty fun idea. This is my mod configuration. I think that's fine. I actually don't know. I think it is fine. And now here we go. Let's do this. All right. So I've got automatic aim on, but you don't have to have auto aim on. You can literally turn that off if you want to. For me personally, I like having auto aim on in these kinds of games because it just suits me. It just suits my playstyle. I'm a bit lazy, so I kind of like that, you know, a little bit more. And my playstyle generally is that of someone that is just going to maximize the auto aim in the best possible ways, or try to maximize that as much as possible. In other words, I'm not going to take damage, or I'm going to try to take as little damage as possible. And instead of having to focus on aiming, I'm going to focus on avoiding damage. This game is actually created by a solo developer as well. And so I was like, yes, I really want to play this to help them out, because let's face it, even though I have small viewer base, I really want to make sure that I help out as many small developers as possible. I think that that is extremely important, but obviously sometimes, you know, sometimes you just can't help everyone, right? You can't help everyone, but, you know, anyway. The point is, I want to try to do that. Air cooling, that's absolutely fantastic. 1 extra bullet sounds really fun though as well. I think I'm going to go for air cooling here. Bear in mind that, yeah, as you see, my weapon actually has a heat function. And this heat function is going to stop my weapon from working. And so if you can get more weapon cooling, that's obviously going to make a huge difference. So we're going to need to continue moving around now. Ah, look at that. Even more damage from my weapon here. Now bear in mind, there's a bunch of different auxiliary things that you're going to be able to utilize. For example, you see these discs floating around me right now. They obviously deal damage, and you can improve those and unlock additional things as time goes on. There are also activatable abilities for you as well. So for example, you see this ice ring here. I assume that I'm going to need to, or shall we say, I assume that I can unlock other abilities in the future. But at the moment I have Ice Ring, and that is the only thing that I have unlocked. But that is an extremely powerful ability. I'm going to show you it just now. Boom, there it is. It basically stuns everyone in a radius around you, which is actually super useful. Going to go for a bounce here. bounce is amazing, as you can quite clearly tell. It basically just goes to every single enemy around that particular target, which is extremely strong. And yeah, we need to actually use dash 10 times in the mission to be able to complete our main objective. And obviously we do want to complete our main objective, of course. Critical rate sounds good, but I'm going to go for 30% cooling speed of the weapons. So that makes it even easier for us to kill enemies. I'm just going to continue moving around here as well. And the amount of damage that you can do later on is absolutely incredible. So as I say, if this is something for you that where you just go, yeah, I really love this because this means that I can just have fun. You know, I can just dive into this game and just have fun. I don't need to worry about anything. I don't need to, you know, set the game up for however long. You know, you really just can jump straight on in and try your best to survive, because it's actually super, super quick as well, which is actually what I love about this, because it means that I actually don't have to worry about committing to a certain period of time, because you see here, it's only 10 minutes. It's literally only 10 minutes, which is amazing for me, because I literally can just, you know, jump into a game like this and I can be like, yeah, okay, this is great. This means that I don't have to commit myself to any particular activity for more than 10 minutes. So if I have a spare 10 minutes, or if I have, you know, some time, then I can have fun just doing this. And I love that. I think that's super, super cool. I'm going to go for an extra bullet. I think an extra bullet is probably going to be more useful than anything else. This is a dramatically different build than what I had in my first run. In my first run, I had a build that was focused on all kinds of auxiliary weapons. So in other words, I had like a Vulcan weapon, which basically shot in a cone in front of me. I had a back watcher. A back watcher is basically a thing that shoots behind you at the same rate that you shoot, as far as I'm aware, and you can also increase that, of course. I'm going to go for some health recovery now, because I kind of actually need that, as I have taken quite some damage from some of the explosions. What's really funny as well is that in my first run, I didn't take any damage. I basically took extremely little damage, and in this one, no, it's completely different. Obviously, bear in mind, I did unlock the submachine gun. The submachine gun is a different weapon than what you initially have. You actually have an assault rifle with your very first character that you play, and it's... I gotta say, I feel like the assault rifle is actually really good, so I'm not sure whether it was a good idea for me to swap it out, but I kind of thought, you know what, I want to try out something a little bit different. And it actually seems to be doing really, really well so far. I don't think I'm missing the assault rifle too much, but the assault rifle does have probably more damage, and it is going to be more accurate, I assume. But as it stands right now, obviously, you know, we don't need to really worry about that too much. All we need to worry about is moving fast. That's what we need to do. Okay, so, yes, here we go. So, yes, there's the backwatcher right there. The backwatcher can be connected to the main weapon and fire synchronously. So that's actually really, really amazing. Also, the prism increases the damage of bullets that pass through it. So this is basically like this see-through shield that rotates around your character. And whenever you shoot through that, whenever your character shoots through that, it's going to do more damage. I'm going to go for the flying radius and speed, however, of my plasma disc ability, because in my opinion, that seems like a pretty cool skill to improve. And here we go. Okay, unlock ion shield. It can nullify incoming attacks. No, I think I'm actually going to go for the 40 XP pickup range. This is a big boss, by the way. The bosses and various enemies have telegraphed attacks, which I have to say I'm extremely in favor of. I absolutely love that. Any single time a game gives me telegraphed abilities of the enemies, I'm always thinking to myself, yeah, that's absolutely fantastic. I love that, because that means that I am now going to be able to do really awesome dodges, and it just feels extremely satisfying to be able to do that. Anyway, if you managed to see that right now, I basically just took a legendary power from defeating that boss, and I now do 50% critical chance. I now have a 50% critical chance and 100% increased critical damage, which is absolutely insane. So otherwise, I'm going to go for Yeah, I don't like either. I don't like any of these. I could have re-rolled it, maybe. I'm actually not entirely sure if I could have re-rolled it, but, well, whatever the case, it doesn't really matter too much. Now my damage is absolutely ludicrous. It is extremely strong right now, so we shouldn't have to worry about anything. Now, there are crystals in the level that you are going to be able to harvest, and so it is recommended, or shall we say, it is probably a good idea for you to walk around the level and try to harvest these, because the crystals are going to be super useful for you, as they are of course used for currency. So if I can actually find some more, I will be pretty happy with that. Unfortunately, they do seem to be a little bit sparse on this particular level. The previous level, we were finding them quite often, actually, surprisingly enough. I'm going to go for plasma discs here, because I want more of these things floating around me right now. Look at that, we just gained a huge amount of crystals right there. Ah, overload. Yeah, overload, so basically you get airdrops every now and again, and these airdrops can have a random power-up inside. Overload is super powerful because it basically just has you firing at, like, I don't even know, 500% increased speed or something like that. It's really strong and super good for clearing out a particular area. So very cool. Anyway, there's a bunch of other ones as well, like Ice Ring and healing yourself and so on and so forth, you know, those kinds of things. Anyway, let's see here. We might as well take more crystals, why not? Seems like a fun idea. Yeah, so some of these guys are now actually starting to, as you can see, shoot projectiles towards us. Thankfully, we don't need to worry about them for too much, because we literally can just dodge out of the way, and the projectiles are quite slow. So you shouldn't have to worry about that too much, as long as you're a little bit on the ball of things. As I said before, I usually like to focus on avoiding damage more than anything else. There we go, we've got an isolation shield right now. This basically prevents me from taking damage for the duration. I'm actually not entirely sure. Is there a way for me to tell how long it lasts? I'm not sure if I can see that on the screen right now. Anyway, I'm going to go for bounce time. So that basically means that it's going to bounce an additional time. And I mean, you can see how much damage we're actually able to do just purely for the fact that my weapon is bouncing to every single opponent on the screen right now, which is just incredible. It's just very satisfying, and you can see it's just really good. Now, the funny thing about this, though, is that I think I might not even be able to complete all of the missions that we have at the moment, all of the objectives, shall we say. I actually do need to get more upgrades. So that means that I'm going to need more experience. So I'm hopeful that there's going to be... Yeah, there is another boss coming. There's the boss. Okay, hopefully he's going to give me a lot of experience. When overheated, the weapon will unleash a shockwave that deals 20% of bullet damage. Not a big fan of that, actually. I don't think I particularly like that. So I think I will go for this instead. Plasma disc. We're also going to go for plus 15% all damage, or plus 40%... No, we're going to go for the pickup range, I think. Pickup range sounds better, because we can very easily kill the enemy. As you can see, he's already dead. Let's go for this. Plus 50% weapon damage. That sounds good. We're doing so much damage right now. It's absolutely insane. Yeah, we're going to go for thermal once again. Plus 50% weapon damage. Look, I mean, literally, just look at the amount of damage that we can deal. So now this is when everything turns up to 11, basically. Because when the game starts to get to the last 2 minutes, that's when everything starts to culminate in huge amounts of enemies converging on your location. And obviously you may think, oh yeah, this has seemed way too easy to begin with. Well, I mean, you got to bear in mind, this is literally the second level, of course. So, yeah, it may indeed seem relatively easy. However, this is where all of the modifiers come in. Because just think about it. I had 3 modifiers that I could have potentially used. I also had the ability to play at midnight, which would have also made enemies much more powerful. And so on. So there's a huge amount of different ways that you can actually make this more difficult for you. And as I say, this is literally the first, first biome. I'm not expecting it to be extremely difficult. If you want it to be extremely difficult, then, well, you should just play more. Just play more and get to the, get to the later biomes, because that's really where things are going to get super tough. Obviously, bear in mind, I've killed 3,300 enemies so far. I mean, I'm still going. We have 44 seconds remaining. And this is the reason why I absolutely love the shorter game sessions. I think the shorter game sessions are absolutely fantastic. This is the kind of thing that I really enjoy because it means that I don't have to think to myself, oh, you know what? I'm going to be stuck here for 30 minutes or even 20 minutes. You know, I'm literally here for 10 minutes and I have a whale of a time, and then I can do another run if I want to or whatever. I'm just actually increasing my weapon's fire rate so dramatically right now. It's literally like a light show. Look at this. It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, I really love the fact that it is just 10 minutes, and maybe sometime later on, maybe there's going to be a longer time, you know, maybe there's going to be, you know, a longer time that I need to survive or something like that. But yeah, there you go. We did it. Look at that. And now we get the spaceship to come along, and that clears out the entire area, and we are now done. And hopefully that's going to complete that objective. I think it will. And that means that we have now advanced to the next stage, the next rank. And look at this. There you go. I got 15,000 credits. I didn't get that many crystals, unfortunately, this time around. I actually got 1,000 crystals before. So that's a bit sad, but there you go. Anyway, we were able to do this. As you can see, we've now unlocked the Ranger power armor, which is super nice. And as you can see, yeah, you have this. The radar mod makes it easier to locate crystals. That's good to know. So I should probably go down here, take a look at this, and look at this. We should just upgrade it. Why not? Let's upgrade it a whole bunch. That sounds really, really good to me. Let's upgrade our magnet. Oh, I can't do that anymore. I don't have enough crystals for that, unfortunately. But as you can see, there's also air support available, as well as a weapon enhancement as well. So let's see. What else can I do here? I can upgrade this, or I can start to use the shotgun. I think I'm just going to upgrade this. Can I not upgrade it any further? I'm actually not entirely sure. No, it doesn't seem like it. Level up. Oh, I didn't even read that. Oh, I'm an idiot. Okay, well, never mind. Yes, I need to level up to Apprentice 4 to be able to unlock the ability to upgrade my submachine gun. But yeah, you can see here my planet progress is currently 3%. So you can see just how much there is to actually do. Anyway, as you can see, there's the Ranger available. It is a little different. Convert Assistant. What does that mean? I don't know what that means, but they all have different abilities as well. As you can see, the Vanguard has Ice Ring, and the Ranger has E-Overload, which means that during skill time, your equipment gains 70% increased damage and fire rate. That's actually pretty incredible. Yeah, so this is a skill-based power armor, whereas the Vanguard is more of like a you know, just straight up shooty guy. So yeah, okay, that's absolutely fine. So let's go on to Jungle Area 3. There's also an endless mode over there as well. Okay, so let's have a look. Damage taken is increased by 16%. Enemy damage is increased by 16%. Airdrop interval time increased by 16%. Yeah, let's just do all of these. Let's do all of these, and then we'll do we'll play on. Here we go. Now we're cooking with gas, because now it's started to increase the duration to 15 minutes. See, there you go. That's what I was talking about. So I'm fine with that. I'm fine with 15 minutes. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. Let's try out and see whether I can actually achieve victory on a really difficult one, because we've got a bunch of challenges here. This is going to be hard. Okay, do not leave the mission area. The spaceship will pick you up here. Yeah, okay. Well, that's absolutely fine. Okay, let's see here. So what do we want to go for? Do we want to go for more penetration or weapon heat? Probably penetration for the moment. I want to try to make sure that we can do as much damage as possible to the opponent. Because obviously being able to do more damage to more people is really quite useful. Gonna go for thermal here. Should have probably gone for that extra bullet, actually. That probably would have made more sense. Maybe I made a mistake. I don't know. Maybe I did make a mistake. I'm not entirely sure. That's the thing. You always got to kind of think, is this what I want to do? I don't know, you know. It's a bit tricky, but hopefully we'll be okay. If I can just destroy this, get some crystals. Okay, we've got to be a bit careful here as well. There's an airdrop. Ice ring, yeah, Ice ring is okay here, it's fine, but not the best. Gonna go for overheat shock this time around, because inevitably we will be getting our weapon overheated quite often. And I'm really, really pleased that I upgraded my radar. Look at how much more effective upgrading my radar is. Really, really good now. There we go. Let's get these guys out the way. I really need to get bounce. That would be useful. Weapon cooling speed or 40% increased weapon damage. Do I... Oh, yeah, I'll go for the air cooling. I'll go for the air cooling. Not entirely sure. It's a difficult choice. Difficult choice. Because enemies are much more difficult to kill this time around. Okay, just kill that. There we go. Gotta be careful about taking damage here as well. Should probably use Ice Ring just that little bit more. There's an airdrop there as well. There's more heat generation there, but kind of useful. Isolation shield could be useful for us as well. That means I can be a little bit more aggressive with how I move. And we're going to go over to the other crystals over here. I want to try to level up in a second. There we go. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, yeah. More fire rate, please. More fire rate. That sounds good to me. I have to be careful about the explosive guys because I'm pretty sure the explosive guys, considering they almost one-shot me before on the previous level, and we weren't even taking additional damage. So it's very, very likely that I'm just going to die here if I'm not careful. So I have to be very aware of where I am and where the positioning of these explosive guys is. Okay, wait a minute. There we go. Another airdrop right there. Yes, there's overload. Overload is absolutely insane. As you can see, it just clears everything out. One extra bullet. I really want to get bounce if I can get that, because bounce is really going to improve my clearing speed. As you can see, the clearing speed right now that I have is... it's alright, but it is definitely lacking quite a bit at the moment. Let's go for some more experience here. Okay, there's a boss coming in. This boss does not have any... telegraphed abilities. He's dead already. That was super, super fast. Let's go for an extra bullet. Let's go for... these are all not so good. I kind of like Backwatcher, I guess. So I think I'm going to take that. And then we just need to make sure that we stay alive. Overload is going to kill everyone around me. Kind of wish that there were more enemies right now whenever overload comes, you know. Oh, that would be fantastic, but yeah, unfortunately that's just not how it goes. Ah, bounces. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, here we go. Now we've finally got some bounces right here. This seems to be a really, really good build actually. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, so our main objective is literally just to use airdrop 10 times, which basically just means play the level and the accumulated complete jungle one time. Okay, yeah, that's absolutely fine. So that is pretty easy for us to do, hopefully, if we can actually do that, because there's 11 minutes left. It might be difficult. Another bounce should be good. I want to try to increase my damage even further now. Magnetic field. Oh, that pulls everything closer to me. That's wonderful. Okay, so XP pickup range. Increased damage for Backwatcher. I'm not a big fan of that. I'll go for Ion Shield. That's gonna hopefully block one attack from me or something like that, and then it will have some kind of recharge, I guess. Maybe something along those lines. But yeah, this is really nice, by the way. The upgraded radar is making a huge difference. Could go for some more penetration, but I'm gonna go for that 40% increased weapon damage. I mean, really, how can we say no to more weapon damage, right? We need to be able to deal as much damage as possible. Hopeful that that boss will come along soon so that we can maybe get that legendary power. One legendary power. I don't know what they're going to give us this time, but I would very much hope that we're going to get something amazing. Something like 50% critical chance, please. That might be quite nice. Because it seems like we are very, very easily being able to murder everything. If we can just get more of that, I will be happy as Larry. Oh, hello there. There's another one of these. Oh yes, more of this. I think this seems really, really good. Ion shield, look at that. Gain 0.5 seconds of invulnerability when negating damage. That actually could be super, super useful. But I will be going for fire rate here just purely for the fact that I want to do as much damage as possible. There is a boss coming, I think. Yep, there's the big boss with the wonderful telegraphed abilities. There we go. Got to be a bit careful of him. He's going to die. There we go. He's dead. We do so much damage. We really do. Aha! +2 multiple shots or plus 100% damage of weapons. That's the question now. What do we want to do? I don't actually know. I think I will go for Weapon Master +2 multiple shots because if we are basically close to enemies, then it acts like a shotgun. And every single bullet is going to do 29 damage, or hopefully do, you know, pretty significant damage. And that means that we're going to be doing insane amounts when we're close to the opponent. And as I say, if there's a massive amount of them nearby to me, then that's what we're going to do. Okay, I will go for minus heat generation. Obviously, every single weapon has different statistics on it as well. So I actually wonder how it's going to be if we play with the scatter gun, for example. The scatter gun could be quite fun. I assume it's a shotgun kind of situation, potentially. And I can't wait to actually unlock that. I'm probably going to unlock that after this, to be honest. Or maybe take a look and see if we've unlocked any additional weapons, because pretty sure there's going to be a bunch. Okay, here we go. Fire rate for this thing. Okay. Oh, we could go for a +1. Yeah, I'll go for a +1 on that. That seems fun. Yeah, look at that. Now we've got two. Now we've got 2 of these things firing behind us, which is actually really nice. Not sure how much damage they actually do. I think they do maybe the same as what we currently have on our main weapon. Or at least I would hope that to be the case, but maybe not. I actually can't tell how much they do because there's just so much going on the screen right now, so I'm not really sure. I think they do 8 damage, actually. I think they do 8 damage, which is not really that good, so maybe I do need to get a little bit of a buff for them. Let's get some penetration for them. Get some more damage for them as well. There we go. I'm just going to continue moving around to try to find some more of those crystals, because those crystals are inevitably going to be extremely useful for us. I've already gotten 1,800 of them, which is actually quite nice. And you can see here most of the challenges that we have enabled are not even factoring in too much, because the enemies can't even get to us, which is exactly what we want. And of course, even if they do, we can just use Ice Ring. Okay, let me just go over here and see if we can actually get some more of these. There we go, give me that. Yes, more cooling. Wow, that's... I'm not entirely sure how much cooling we can get. One thing I gotta say, though, is that the amount of hitbox accuracy that you have here is absolutely incredible as well. And for a solo developer to be able to do that is extremely nice, because let's face it, there are those games out there that are going to have a bit of an issue with hitboxes. I've played them. You know, I'm a big fan of the survivor genre in general, and there have been times where I've played something like that, and the hitboxes have just been really difficult to deal with. Sometimes they're just really inaccurate, and it makes you think, oh, that's so sad, because I'd love it for, you know, for it to be not like this. But this game is not like that at all. This game literally has really, really tight hitboxes. I don't feel like I'm getting hit randomly. I feel like if I do get hit, it is my own fault, which is exactly how it should be. And I'm very much appreciative of that. And we can now continue to get some more crystals. Thank you very much. Oh yeah. Look, I mean, just look at how much damage we're able to do right now. Incredible. Critical rate. Oh, look at that. Give me some more of that. Yeah, I don't think we have any critical at all, so we're not even having the opportunity to do it, but now we've got 12%, so I'm pretty happy with this. 6 minutes remaining as well. Yeah, look at that. We are just gaining so much. Oh, we can get another backwatcher if we want to. I think I'll do that. I think I will get another backwatcher. Look, we've got 3 of them now. Not entirely sure if they're actually any good, but we're like spinning around so fast, firing at everything that the backwatchers are bound to do something, right? Oh, what is this? Evolve into Guardian Heavy Machine Gun, which increases damage by 100%. Okay, let's do it. I evolved the Backwatcher. Okay, so the Backwatcher is now evolved. Apparently that's now doing something even more than before. So at least that's good. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, that's great. Let's go for some more weapon damage here. Yeah, this is insane. I mean, literally. Absolutely insane. And we can continue getting crystals. We've only got 5 minutes remaining, and I think in general we should be fine right now. I feel like we are more than adequately able to survive this, and our cooling rate is insane as well. Have you seen how incredibly fast we quote-unquote reload? Because that basically is the reloading mechanic of this particular weapon. Ooh, I almost took damage there. That would have been pretty pretty bad, because these enemies are most likely going to chunk me very hard. Let's go for some more vision. I'm actually... Ah, that's so cool. Okay, I actually had no idea what that was even going to do, but apparently what that does is it increases the zoom level of the camera. That's a really cool concept, actually, because I had no idea what that was, obviously, and the fact that you can increase the zoom level is extremely cool. I think that's so nice, because if you're like me, and sometimes if you're playing like an action RPG or something like that, and you think, oh, the camera's way too zoomed in, can I zoom out further? And then they don't allow you to zoom out further. And obviously in this case, well, they do. Oh yes. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go for more experience pickup range. What's this? A question mark? There's a question mark. I need to go and see what that is. Isolation shield, thank you very much. Let's go and see what this is. No doubt it's going to be some kind of event. Maybe there's going to be an enemy, boss, something like that that's going to appear. I need to kill this thing first. There's a boss. Deal with him. Wow, so much damage. So much damage coming out. And he's still alive. Look at this. Look at this guy. He's literally still surviving. That's pretty incredible. Okay, there we go. We were able to do it. I'm going to go for more damage. More fire rate. And what is this thing? Mercenaries remains. Ah, hoo-hoo. Okay, plus 50% all damage, please. Thank you very much. I'll take that. I will not be taking the reborn thing, even though that would be fantastic, because that is basically a second life. I'm going to assume that it is a second life, but I'm going to bet on the fact that I will be able to survive this. But that's a risky play, you know? That's a risky play. Certainly not something that I would recommend in general, but I'm gonna try it. We're gonna try it and see what happens. Maybe I'll be lucky, and maybe I won't be. Maybe I will succumb to the enemy's wondrous savagery, because they are indeed attempting to murder me so heavily right now. And this is when, as I say, this is when the game starts to really pick up and make every attempt to murder you. And they start to really bring in massive amounts of enemies. Obviously, in the last 2 minutes is when it really gets going, but yeah, we've got to be careful. We've got to be careful. All right, what do we want here? More experience pickup range. Thank you very much. Yeah, look at that. We are literally picking it up from across half the screen now, which is exactly what we want. There we go. All right, things are looking nice. And I should probably go down here. Magnetic field. Wow, that just picked up. Oh, what? Look at that. 100% damage when not moving. Okay, let's do it. That sounds really, really fun. Why not? Let's try it out and see what happens while moving. Oh. Okay, both. That's funny. All right, so I can basically just move, and it doesn't matter. Like, I can move and I can hold position, and I do more damage both ways. So that's absolutely fantastic. We don't need to worry about that then. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try to get as many crystals as possible, so whenever... Oh, this is a big boss. Okay, hello. That is a very, very large boss. If I can actually kill him, I will be really pleased. Okay, gotta be careful here. Wow, there's a lot of enemies coming in. Okay, I'm gonna go for critical rate here. I want to try to do more damage. I want to try to kill this guy. He's proving to be rather difficult. Oh, he's dead. Okay. Nice. Ooh, that was great. Okay, plus 25% critical rate. I think I will probably go for that, although plus 100% damage of weapons sounds really, really good. I think I might take that actually instead, because the base increase is going to be so much more than a chance to critical, and then we can just increase our critical rate through other means. And hopefully that's going to make all the difference. Because, I mean, you can see here that we're just now obliterating enemies just purely for the fact that our base damage is so much more. And obviously our critical rate is going to increase naturally over time anyway. So we shouldn't have to worry too much about that. Let's go for some more XP pickup range so that I don't even have to worry at all now. I should be completely fine to just pick up experience naturally. And let me try and see here. 1 minute left. Okay, 1 minute left. Gonna try to pick up as many crystals as possible. And we are doing alright so far. Do we want health recovery? No, I think I want movement speed. More movement speed could be kind of useful. Although, to be fair, that might actually move me into the enemies just that much faster, because I am, of course, moving towards them quite a lot here. Okay. Yeah, not too bad. I'm not seeing any more crystals, actually. Reduce cooldown skills. I don't really care about that too much. We could go for health recovery, I suppose, just in case. There we go. More crystals down here. And we killed 8,000. Look at that. 8,000 enemies. We can probably kill even more of them in a second. Get the 8,000. There we go. We got the 8,000. Let's actually move into all these guys. And there we have it. That is indeed that. The spaceship is coming. There's actually a boss that I need to kill. I'm actually wondering... Oh, no, they did kill it for me. Okay, that's really, really nice of them. And we can increase our vision just that much more. But it doesn't matter because we are victorious. There you go. We did it. Oh, that is absolutely incredible. Gotta say, super, super satisfying gameplay loop. I'd highly recommend checking it out. It is really... really just that fantastic. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, no, the Scatterstorm gun is not actually a shotgun. As you can see, there is actually a shotgun available, but the Scatterstorm gun is a thing that fires several energy projectiles. Ooh, now that makes me very intrigued as to what that is. Anyway, we now have the ability to upgrade our weapons, and we also have air support in the form of cluster bombs. Okay, that's actually hilarious. I have to get 600 kills with the submachine gun, which is exactly what I've been using, so I'm perfectly happy to continue doing that. Otherwise, accumulated hypercore twice, bosses drop hypercore, and complete jungle dusk one time, which I've already done. So yeah, I'm perfectly happy to continue doing that, of course. And I'm actually thinking that I might go for the Ranger power armor, because I personally think that it would be super, super fun to go for an equipment-based build instead of a weapon-based build. So I'm actually very much wanting to see how that goes, but I'm going to do that myself. And, well, you have to pick up the game. You should probably pick up the game, shouldn't you? Yes, you definitely should. Anyway, this has been Greedland. If you want to check it out, there's a link in the description. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.